This is ABC15 Mornings.
Becoming harder to find a home.
This housing shortage, it's here today, and we have people desperately seeking housing.
New figures show affordable housing is quickly declining.
Going in depth on farm equipment.
I know if someone goes down on it, I can fix it.
New this morning why tractors today could affect the price you pay at the grocery store.
You can wash them and peel them, but are they clean? The fruits and veggies that contain the most pesticides.
This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
The people will come to Chase Field. It's time to play ball as opening day is here.
If you build it, they will come. One of my favorite scenes in any movie, Field of Dreams. Hopefully your day is off to a great start. You're feeling those vibes today on this opening day. It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hey, especially from where we were.
Yes.
Where we are right now, amazing. Hey, let's check in with meteorologist Iris and Rocio. Get a quick look at that most accurate forecast, maybe if you're headed out to Chase Field later.
Yeah, and looking pretty good too as we look at downtown Phoenix. There you see Chase Field and of course all of our downtown buildings. We're starting to see the sun work its way closer to the horizon. It's not up just yet, but if you look closely at some of those buildings with all the glass, you can kind of start to see some of that reflection, and that's going to be the reflection off your windshield if you're traveling eastbound this morning. So don't forget those sunglasses. We've got clear skies as we start the day. Temperatures that are cool but comfortable, mid-60s right now in Phoenix. Upper 60s in Scottsdale, finally dropping out of the 70s there as winds ease up a bit. Mid-60s for Mesa. Glendale, you're checking in at 62, and Goodyear, good morning. You're starting out at 67 degrees. Now we start off with clear skies. Today sunny and another quick warm up as we head back into the 90s this afternoon. As you're sending out the kids out the door, temperatures pretty comfortable. Mid to upper 80s though by lunchtime, and then as you're picking them up, you may want to crank up the AC as you wait in line. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s by then with a high of 94 in Phoenix today. It's going to get warmer too. We'll talk about that plus the storm I'm watching heading our way next week in that full, most accurate forecast. In the meantime, our Jamie Warren is in for Megan Thompson this morning, keeping us updated on this Thursday morning drive. And Jamie, we're all hoping that we kind of can ease into it when it comes to the commute.
Well, unfortunately here, Iris, it has been a busy morning. This is a live look outside I-17 southbound near McDowell. You see all of that buildup starting to come in here, and this is why. There are two crashes right now, both as you're approaching the stack. It kind of looks like a mess out there. That's why I put in some alternates for us. If you want to maybe take Northern to 7th Avenue or the Loop 101 to the 51, always a good bet here if you're trying to avoid all of this. Wider look of the valley right now. Things are okay. Mesa, Scottsdale, Chandler, Ahwatukee, all looking good. Also Florence, we've been talking about Country Thunder. Not too much buildup just yet on the 75, but that will of course pick up later on in the day. And as I leave you now with a look at your desert drive times, yeah, as I said, things not looking too good. I-17 southbound to the stack at 21 minutes at this hour.
Well, if you are looking for a house, you know it's really tough to own one right now, to buy one. It seems like we are seeing new highs when it comes to home prices every single month, and now mortgage rates, they're above 5%. A new report is proving that, showing that affordable housing is getting harder to come by. And that's why we're bringing in our Mark Thompson this morning, going through these new numbers for us. We're certainly feeling this here in the Valley.
Yeah, Kaylee, good morning to you. Some sobering statistics. In fact, in a new study by Realtor.com, it shows the national average home price hit $405,000 for the first time ever. Now, to put that in a little bit of context, that is up more than 13% in a year and 26% since March of 2020. But get this, that same report finds the median home price in Phoenix is more than $500,000, up nearly 20% in a year.
Real estate markets have a tendency to get overheated at various times, and it tends to be, I think this is one of those times where the markets are overheated. If you can find an opportunity now, it's the time to go for it, because mortgage rates are only going to go up in the future.
Yeah, and as home prices continue to rise, it's getting harder for the American worker to buy a home. Adam, which collects real estate data, finds medium-priced single-family homes are less affordable in 79% of counties across the nation. Maricopa County and Phoenix are mentioned several times in the report, especially since we are the fastest growing area in the nation, saying major expenses in homes were unaffordable to the average local worker, making an average of $64,000 a year. And even some more statistics to put this in perspective. You've got home price appreciation, which is much greater than wage growth, meaning the price of homes outpacing the amount that people are making. Wage growth up only 8% compared to 28% for home price growth. So, wow, really a long way to go to get some of those numbers to kind of come together a little bit where people can afford buying a new home. Reporting live this morning, Mark Thompson, ABC15 Arizona. Send it back to you.
Well, Governor Doug Ducey signing a new bill hoping to help our state's water crisis. This one eliminates HOA restrictions on artificial turf. And the bill's sponsors say it's about water conservation and saving homeowners from being fined for not having natural grass.
The head of elections in Maricopa County now responding to the Attorney General's investigation into the 2020 election. Maricopa County Recorder Stephen Richer and Board of Supervisors Chair Bill Gates writing in a joint statement, the AG's interim report, quote, includes no new evidence, nothing that would have changed the results, and nothing that should lead people to question the overall health of our electoral system. Attorney General Mark Brnovich laying out concerns about what he calls serious vulnerabilities with things like document preservation, early ballot drop boxes, and signature verification. The report did not suggest there was widespread voter fraud or evidence of any wrongdoing.
Well, we will find out today if it's going to cost more to go to Arizona's public universities. The Board of Regents scheduled to vote on the tuition proposals from the University of Arizona, NAU, and ASU. All are requesting increases of at least 2%.
608, a new report names Arizona the worst state for teachers. Scholaroo looked at 42 metrics, including salary, student performance, benefits, and work environment. Arizona ranked last for salary and work environment. The data shows we have the highest student-to-teacher ratio and the second lowest average salary.
6:06, and it is time to play ball. After more than 3 months of uncertainty because of the MLB lockout, the boys of summer are back.
Amelia Fabiano's live for us at Chase Field, where gates open in less than 12 hours, Amelia.
Hey, good morning, Nick and Kaylee. Yeah, it's quiet right now, but today is such an exciting day. One, a lot of people were worried wasn't going to come or was going to get so delayed, right? But it's here. We are ready, and thousands of fans are going to be filing into Chase Field later on tonight, hoping for a good season. Last year's rough season, it's in the past, it's forgotten. We're moving on, guys. So tonight the D-backs are hosting the San Diego Padres. We know Madison Bumgarner will take the mound for our team. And one thing different this year, he actually won't bat at all. A major rule change this season. Every team in both the American and National League will now use a designated hitter. Also, we have a better chance at making the playoffs. That's good news, right? Because for the first time ever, baseball is expanding to 12 teams making the postseason. D-backs president Derek Hall telling us, although the lockout, of course, put frustration and uncertainty on this season, he's hoping for a great opening day out here at Chase Field.
We didn't know when we were going to open. We didn't know when spring was going to start. You know, this is a situation where for opening day, for example, we're usually announcing and selling tickets in January. We couldn't even do that. We had to wait until mid-March. So it's had an impact, and we know it's going to have an impact for a little while. Yet the feedback we're getting from fans is, thank goodness we're not losing any games. Baseball's back, and we need the Great Escape.
And it is here. You can also gamble for the first time if you want when going to a baseball game here at Chase Field. A few months back, it became the first MLB stadium to allow fans to place those in-person wagers when it opened Caesars Sportsbook at the park. So it's an extra special season, and fans, of course, can also make those bets at a few of these ticket windows here outside the stadium. And it's not a sold-out game tonight, guys, so there are still tickets available if you want to come out, check out opening day. They've got a lot of exciting things lined up, and that first pitch is going to be at 6:40 tonight. Those gates are opening at 4:30 this afternoon. Back to you.
Okay, plenty of time to get in there, get all your snacks, get ready to go.
Yes, it is going to be.
The hot dogs.
You know how excited so many kids are today.
Yep. Speaking our language this morning, Amelia, there. Make sure you bring us back a doggy bag. Next on ABC15 Mornings, a massive data breach that could affect millions of people. What you need to know if you use Cash App.
I'm Joe St. George in Massachusetts. Newer is always better, right? Well, a lot of farmers say not so fast. They're having trouble with the newer machines, and it's impacting how you get your food. We explore what they want Congress to do next.
And how about a new place to eat on the west side of town? If you like pizza, pasta, maybe calzones, this could be a great spot for you.
And the ABC15 Live Drive on the move this morning. This is a live look outside from the Loop 101. It's heading towards Indian School right now. I'm going to give you a look at your desert drive times still ahead.
Let's get you up here on your Thursday morning headlines. Today, the Senate will consider two bills to ban Russian oil imports and also end normal trade relations. The trade suspension bill allows the president to put higher tariffs on certain Russian imports. The House passed both measures nearly a month ago. A new report finds during the pandemic, healthcare workers experienced levels of trauma similar to soldiers who served in war zones. And this report also finding 51% of those asked said that they experienced a sense of betrayal. Cash App contacting more than 8 million current and former users about a security breach. The mobile payment system says a former worker downloaded Cash App investing reports without permission, and that did include names and account numbers. And Facebook's parent company Meta is reportedly working on its own digital currency. The Financial Times reporting this won't be a cryptocurrency, but tokens instead, similar to those used in games like Roblox.
At 6:13, as we all deal with higher prices at the grocery store, farmers say there's one thing the country could do to make food cheaper, give them the ability to fix their equipment. This morning, Joe St. George heads to the farm for an in-depth look at the right to repair debate.
Sean Kane is hard at work on the tractor, spreading manure, getting his field ready.
Get ready for the season's planting.
Of course, to call Sean a farmer wouldn't be quite right. Sure, he owns dozens of acres near Providence, Rhode Island. He doesn't do this as a career. He grows food as a hobby. In fact, his day job focuses on computers and auto safety.
I consider myself a part-time farmer.
But Sean is experiencing something that is impacting the biggest farms and farmers in our country. Sean, I don't see any electronics on this thing.
Nope.
And you like it that way?
I like it that way.
You see, Sean doesn't want newer pieces of farm equipment because they're full of computer chips and software. Those machines, he says, have become too complicated and costly to repair.
I know if someone goes down on it, I can fix it.
This issue of who has the right to repair farm equipment is a big issue in rural America right now. Many of the largest sellers of farm equipment say their own technicians and repairmen need to do it.
I bet that one's a lot harder to work on when it breaks.
The topic bringing Jared Wilson to Washington recently. He's a fifth-generation farmer from Butler, Missouri, and unlike Sean, he needs the newer machines. He showed us.
You can see we've got a ton of technology in here.
How they look more like cockpits than combines nowadays.
This might be your camera.
When his machine goes offline, delays are created, he says, waiting for specific technicians.
John Deere's the only company that can come fix my equipment.
Delays on the farm, Wilson says, can mean higher food prices and even an increase in taxpayer-funded aid. Some in Congress are recognizing this as an issue and have proposed legislation to force companies to start sharing their technology. A separate legal fight has begun too. If you're wondering why the world's largest tractor company doesn't want farmers fixing their own machines, the answer is on John Deere's website. Doing so creates risks related to safe operation of the machine, they write. However, within the last few weeks, executives at John Deere announced a plan to start sharing more software information beginning in May. More access is expected next year. Back at Sean's farm, that's still not enough for him to go out and buy a new machine.
You get into electronic stuff and you're getting into a different animal.
In Seekonk, Massachusetts, I'm Joe St. George.
All right, time right now is 6:16. I want to give you a brand new update just in when it comes to our drought. We have seen our drought expand again. Remember, it had been pretty steady for a while. This is what it looked like last week. And you're going to notice the area of severe drought, which is essentially this area in orange. Last week was at 23%. Here's the latest update. As of this morning, it has expanded again. More of that orange, and that means more severe drought now in Arizona with our drought, total drought, going from 75% last week now to 86%. 96% coverage in drought. And again, it's that severe category that has expanded. It's expanded in western Arizona, in parts of southern Arizona near the Mexico border, southeast Arizona too. So those are the areas where we've seen it get worse. We're also still experiencing moderate drought in parts of the valley with abnormally dry conditions in the East Valley. But again, as we go through the next few weeks, if we don't get more of that rain and snow, we could continue to see this worsen. And we are looking at potentially dry conditions over the long stretch here over the next couple of months at least before we get into the monsoon. So I'm going to be watching this closely. But again, our drought getting worse as of the latest update this morning. And over the next few days, no rain in the forecast, at least not through the weekend. With high pressure being the dominant player here, that ridge is going to bring warmer conditions our way. So temperatures in the mid to upper 90s these next few days. Then that ridge starts to break down, and it'll do so this weekend as winds begin to pick up across Arizona, and those winds picking up ahead of a storm. Now that storm will potentially bring us some rain and snow. It's not going to be drought busting, but it's going to be beneficial, hopefully, especially if we get some accumulating snow. So we'll be watching that closely. Again, this coming our way, bringing that chance for rain and snow by next Tuesday, and a dose of cooler air too. But before then, like I keep saying, it's going to get warmer. So use caution. Any outdoor activities, probably best to do them early. Make sure that you're hydrating, dressing appropriately too, and preparing for highs in the 90s this afternoon. So now is the time to get outside and enjoy. It's 63 in Gilbert, 69 in Glendale, and we're checking in at 56 currently in Levine, 70s in Scottsdale and in Tempe. Across Arizona, 66 officially at Sky Harbor, but it's 64 at Lake Havasu, upper 40s in Kingman, and 50 our temperature in Payson. Here's where we end up this afternoon. Look for a high of 94 in Phoenix today, 93 out at Lake Havasu, 60s and 70s across that northern half of our state with a high of 83 today in Globe. 30-year average is 84. So we're talking temperatures that are about 10 degrees above the normal high for this time of year. A very warm day today, and it will get warmer by Saturday up to 97. In the high country, temperatures near 70 heading into this weekend, but then changes. Like I said, next week, a storm system coming our way will bring a chance for rain and snow to our state, more winds and cooler temperatures too.
ABC 15 Desert Drive Time, sponsored by Accident Law Group.
Hey, good morning, everyone. The time right now is 6:19. We are taking you live outside. This is a live look at the I-17 southbound near McDowell. Things are looking much better than they were about 30 minutes ago. That is the good news here. You see a wide look of the valley, a little bit of buildup as you head into downtown, but that's okay. There also was a crash, but it just cleared a second ago. It was on a side street here off of the I-17. And as we look at our desert drive times, you'll see that speeds have gone up considerably. So this is very good news on your Thursday. You'll see 28 minutes I-10 eastbound to the mini stack. But we're cruising at 14 minutes, I-17 to the stack, and just 13 minutes on the 51 to the mini stack.
Well, today, Babbo, Italian Eatery, is celebrating its 20th year in business and the grand opening of its new spot in Goodyear.
Okay, so to mark the big occasion, all Arizona locations are donating 100% of their profits to the Sina Magowitz Foundation. The organization raises money and awareness for pancreatic cancer. The foundation's CEO and Babbo are going to match all money that's raised today. Shout out to the location at Glendale and 16th Street, too.
So good, right?
Yeah, so good. Always give great service.
Yes.
And hey, what a wonderful way to go and take action today. Well, how clean is the food you eat? Ahead at 6:25, we're breaking down what health experts like to call the dirty dozen.
And then it's opening day. This morning, we are your home for everything Arizona Diamondbacks. At 6:36, we take you back out live to Chase Field.
Plus, abusive messages, harassment, even threats popping up in your DMs. A new study shows just how bad hate is for women on Instagram.
And from the 90s back to the 70s, baby, some big changes are ahead as Iris goes day by day in your Super 7-day forecast.
The story behind the headlines. More in-depth original reporting on ABC 15 Mornings.
Welcome back. 6:24. Phoenix Children's goes above and beyond to support parents and kids throughout what's often the scariest times of their lives. The Child Life program there provides families with a child life specialist. They're trained on how to explain difficult situations to kids based on their ages.
Even sometimes as an adult, when your doctor and nurse comes in and they're speaking medical jargon, it's hard to understand exactly what they just said, and you sort of need somebody to kind of break it down for you. So in a way, I feel like I'm like a kid interpreter, and I'll come in and explain to them at their level what it is that the medical team just said or what's going to happen.
They also offer kids a safe space to play, connect with others, and just be a kid. Phoenix Children's relies on donations to fund this Child Life program, and that's where you can take action. Next Wednesday, we're hosting our annual telethon to raise money for the hospital, and just a reminder of how lucky we are to have them in our backyard.
But they do need our help, right? It is 6:25, so how clean or maybe dirty is the food you're eating? The annual Dirty Dozen list names the fruits and veggies with the highest levels of pesticides. So here we go. Strawberries and spinach, once again topping the list. Also there, kale, apples, grapes, celery, and tomatoes. On the flip side, avocados, sweet corn, and pineapple top the list when it comes to the Clean 15. The majority on that list had no detectable pesticide residues. Well, it is National Burrito Day, and it means freebies and deals for you. Chipotle is giving away free burritos to the first 100,000 Roblox players. That's cool. Who earn enough burrito bucks. Del Taco and El Pollo Loco offering buy one, get one free burritos for rewards members. At Taco Bell, new members can get a free burrito. Easy for me to say. Up next at 6:30, time to invest in a good pair of shoes. Forget the car, the bus, the bike. Research is showing if given the choice, most of us would actually rather walk.
There are unauthorized charges still ending up on people's bank and credit card statements and involve one big company. I'm investigator Joe Ducey with how the Google bogus charge scam is still growing.
And hey, look where I am. Happy opening day, live from Chase Field this morning. Looking beautiful out here, right? We are almost 12 hours out from first pitch here at Chase Field. We're going to have live coverage and talk to some team officials coming up later in the show.
From baseball to country thunder, so much happening this weekend, and of course temperatures are getting warmer. By Saturday, 97. Sunday, though, we start to drop, and then we've got a big cool down next week. I'm going to show it to you in that super 7-day forecast.